Hello, my beautiful souls. Happy Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? Today's Tuesday. I don't know. I think it's Tuesday. So, I wanted to get a message out earlier tonight, but, every time I try to, get in my space, get in my zone, there's just chaos and people, and it just doesn't work. But I'm in my space now. So, I thought, what topic should I cover? So, I was watching... is it Next Level Soul? I'll link it below. I watch that channel, and sometimes I like this. I will say most of the time I like the stuff on that channel. Sometimes I don't like the stuff on the channel. But he has diverse people on, and some people I think are full of crap, and other people I think are interesting. And I was thinking the other night, the one that I was watching the other night, like the guy was interesting, and I didn't disagree with what he was talking about. He was talking about the Gnostic Bible, the parts of the Bible that they didn't include. So all like the Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. There's a bunch of other people that weren't included in the, I have no idea. Like when these guys sat down and assembled the Bible, how they decided what they decided. I think what we have now is not complete. But, so it was interesting, and I didn't disagree with anything the guy said. However, he had said that he was the reincarnation of I think it's John the Baptist. I don't know if there's two Johns. And I don't know that I don't believe him, but I don't know that I do. So, and I do believe in reincarnation. He kept saying it over and over in every interview that I watched of his. And like I said, I watched some of his other videos, and I didn't disagree with the content. I didn't disagree with what he, it's God is within us, and we don't need to, nobody needs to give us, grace. We already have it. We already have the gifts of God. So I didn't disagree with him, but I don't know. I feel so that, I know, this is how I tell stories, right? So I was watching some other videos from other people. And so combining all of the videos that I watched together, I've come up with sort of these ideas. And I asked her, what should I talk about? And really, I've talked about this before, and I'm going to talk about it again, because I think it's so important to, for new viewers who might be new to the channel, there are charlatans out here. There are people out here who want your money and want to keep you sick so that they can profit off of you, right? So if you have to pay $30 every time you need to take a manifestation class, they get that $30, right? If you are always out there looking for your, what was that? We were down the rabbit hole with Alicia. What was that? With your twin flame, right? Somebody will gladly take your money and tell you what you want to hear, but they won't tell you enough that you could do it on your own. So then you have to kind of keep paying the money so that you get the special gift, right? So, I'm critical of that with the church, because I feel like the church says, well, if you want to be saved, you have to come here and we have to bless you with water. And God's like, that's not, that's a good ritual to remember the blessing, but it isn't what it takes, right, to get God's grace, because you already have it. The difference between St. John and St. Peter, St. John looked into the faces of babies and said, that is the face of God. We don't have original sin. St. Peter said, everybody is sinful because of the fall of Adam and Eve. So whatever you believe, right? If you're Christian or if you're not, right? Whether it's a church that you're walking into or a spiritual shop that you're walking into, people will charge you lots of money to give you what you already have. You already have intuition. You already have grace. You already have wisdom. You already have healing. You have all of these things already. There's not a price tag attached to them. There isn't any special training that you need. There isn't any, there isn't anything that you have to do in order to have the gifts of spirit, whatever spirit you believe in, whether it's a Christian spirit or not. My fancy NASA cup. Get a NASA. So I watched this video today, and he was really interesting. He was a medical doctor talking about near-death experiences, and he has done like significant research. And he's also, I don't know if he's done the research or if he's peer-reviewed research on earthing, which is, going out into the earth and barefooted and connecting with the earth. Like, we've put so much separation with concrete and everything that we're not in line with the magnetism of earth, right? I don't know if that's him or not. I have to cough. I'll be right back. My allergies are like, whew, springtime, isn't it? So, I will say that I am an academic, so I'm always drawn to academics. I'm drawn to doctors. I'm drawn to people who know what peer review research is. I'm also spiritual, so I don't discount spiritual experiences, and I don't discount people's need for the healing that comes through group sort of things, right? I tend not to be that way. I always laughed when I was a wee tot, much weer than I am now. I was a swimmer and a diver, and my mom, somebody from the school called my mom and told them that they thought I had anorexia because I was a diver, but I was very well endowed on top. And I did try to really, back then I really watched what I ate and I watched what I did. However, I wasn't anorexic. The truth was that my friend Becky was selling Jordache purses. And I didn't get an allowance because when you're a steelworkers kid, you don't get an allowance. So, and my dad was not going to pony up cash for me to buy little purses. And so, like, the only girly thing I ever did as a kid, and my father was not going to pony up. I think they were, I want to say they were like $5, which in 1978 or 1982, whatever it was, that was a lot of money. At least it was a lot of money for my family. So I couldn't get Jordache purses, but if I saved my lunch money and I didn't eat during the school day and I just ate when I got home, then I would have enough money to buy a purple Jordache purse. Oh, well, my father found out and he cut them all up with the scissors, and then I had to go to this group session for anorexics. Now remember, I wasn't anorexic or bulimic, and that is a serious disorder. They didn't pay much attention to it back then. They were just starting to really pay attention to it. It's taken a lot more seriously now. But we were in this group. And what I learned in this group was 52 different ways to make myself throw up and 55 different other ways to hide my food. And I thought, this is horrible. They're sharing shop tips. Like, this is terrible. Why would anybody send their kid to this? But I didn't have an issue. Like, I didn't have a body image issue. I just wanted Jordache purses. So I had to prove that, and then they let me free. But I feel like sometimes spiritual stuff ends up being like that, right? Like, you don't think that there's anything going wrong. Like, you want, maybe you are having a hard time seeing signs. So you figure, okay, I'm going to go to this healing drum circle, and I want peace for the earth and whatever. You want to do something hippy dippy, and you found a drum circle, and then you go to it, and they're all like, you have to heal your inner child, and you have to heal this, and you have to heal that, and then you're thinking to yourself, oh shit, am I broken? Like, did I break? Like, am I not well? Am I not whole? Oh, maybe I am broken. Maybe I am. And that's not to discount. I'm not discounting people who do need healing, but I often wonder, just like pharmaceuticals, right? Well, you need to take this pill every day so that you can actually eat. Will I not eat without the pill? Like, will I manage? What did they do in 1884? Like, did they take this pill? We have to think about what the bottom line is, right? Who benefits from us taking this pill? Is it us? Is it us and pharmaceuticals? Is it us and pharmaceuticals and the doctor? Like, who benefits from being addicted to all this stuff? And that's one of the reasons I like natural healing, because it's better for you. And but that's not to say that you shouldn't take your pills, right? I'm diabetic. I take metformin. I have to take metformin. So that's not to say not to rely on modern medicine, but I do try to do a lot of cinnamon and cinnamon teas and things like that. to keep my diabetes in check, but be careful of charlatans. They're all out here. But you have within you all of the things that you need, right? You have a brain, right? So you can read and do research. You can think things on your own. You can have ideas that are your own. And sometimes people won't believe you, or people will disagree with you. I'm a non-confrontational person. It's probably the greatest area of growth in my life. Like when I come from a confrontational family. They love to argue about stuff. Everybody has to be right all the time. I have learned over the course of my lifetime that is not necessary. You can just walk away. See something on Facebook that ticks you off? You know what? You can scroll right on by it. You don't have to pay it any mind. People are going to have different political opinions than you. It's all right. Whatever. Just scroll down. You don't need to comment on everything. You don't need to have a story for everything. You don't need to have a feeling about everything. Don't give other people your energy. Keep your energy for you, for your healing, for your growth, for your well-being. So, I watched some of these videos, and I was watching one just before this, and again, it's not that I disagree with the end goal of being light and love, but the process of getting there, like, you have to believe in this deity and you have to do that. You don't. You have to do what resonates for you. So explore lots of different things and see what makes the most sense for you. And then come up with your own thing. As we know, runes make the most sense to me. They may not resonate with you. Tarot cards do not resonate with me at all. I don't understand them, and I don't really have a desire to learn them. It's not my culture. So, but it doesn't mean I don't enjoy watching other people read them. It doesn't mean that I don't think that they're a useful tool for other people. I don't have to use every tool in order to think it's, useful. It just doesn't resonate with me. And that's okay. It's okay. You're an adult. You can pick. So I'm going to pick a rune now because I'm getting ready to journal. And I want to be able to think about what I should think about. I have all my rocks out. Now I do. All right, Spirit. What should I focus on tonight? Maybe this will resonate with me. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry. Skip on past. No problem. We have Thurzaz, which is thorn. And, just to be complete, kind of the energy I'm in a little bit. I'm not in a bad mood. It's just that I guess I was just frustrated watching some of this stuff because I know people are vulnerable and they're looking for healing. And it's like, whether it's physical healing or mental healing or spiritual healing, people get duped, and it's hard to know what the good stuff is, right? So it translates to thorn: reaction, defense, conflict, catharsis, regeneration, will of destiny, rune of the giants, disputes, arguments, disagreement, chaos, destruction, offense, breaking, resistance, mind, body, spirit, be ready to defend, Thor's hammer. I was just talking about Thor's hammer today. That's so funny. Thunder and lightning, protection of wild rage, know your limits, certain boundaries are not meant to be broken, don't make hasty decisions, who around you brings you risk. So when you're looking at spiritual stuff online, when you're looking at anything online, really, whether you're doing, watching stuff from the Wild West or like the Mafia, be discerning. That's the word, discerning. Look at the information. Think about it. Like this guy that I was watching, his information I agreed with. I don't know that I buy his story of his regression. I don't know, because maybe he talked about it too much and it didn't seem genuine. It ended up seeming like an act. But then I feel judgmental, and I don't like when I'm being judgmental. So I'm not going to say he didn't have that experience. I don't know. I think the message is good without it. He doesn't need that, you know. So, you have light inside of you. There's light inside of every living creature, and all that light belongs to the highest power, whatever you believe that is. There's our purge bell. Nobody can sell you what you already own. You already have that light. You might have to dig down to get that light and find it. Maybe some things cloud it because of circumstance or economics or whatever. And you have to do that shadow work to dig down to get to your light, right? You have to dig down to get to it, but it's there, and nobody can charge you for it because it's already yours. So find the tools, find the resources, find the people that make the most sense to you, but be discerning, right? Not everybody who sells you a gold watch is selling you a gold watch. Be careful on the internet. I am wishing you all the very best in light, love. Be well. Take care.